Okay, y'all need to get sat for this because it looks like we're starting to see Jay-Z's downfall, and it promises to be as messy as you can imagine. Ever since his former best friend Diddy got exposed, fans have been giving Jay-Z major side-eye and talking about how he and Diddy were allegedly cut from the same cloth. But for a long time, nobody came forward to accuse Jay-Z of anything, until now. A couple of days ago, one of Diddy's accusers amended her lawsuit and named Jay-Z as a defendant, claiming that Jay-Z allegedly SA'd her back in 2000 when she was only 13 years old. And get this, the streets are saying that the feds are all over this and just might be making plans to take him into custody. And like that's not bad enough, some people are now saying that there's some evidence on Diddy's leaked tapes that just might implicate Jay-Z. Girl, this is about to be a hot mess, so let's break this down. For those who are wondering, yes, this is the same case as Jane Doe's claim that one of Diddy's associates allegedly SA'd her at the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. At first, she didn't specify who the associate in question was, but she made it clear that it was one of Diddy's close friends. According to Variety, Jane Doe was 13 years old on September 7, 2000, when she tried to attend the MTV Video Music Awards. She could not get into the award show without a ticket and therefore approached several limousine drivers after the event to see if she could attend an after party. One of the drivers allegedly worked for Combs and drove the plaintiff to a party where she signed a non-disclosure agreement and accepted a drink. They went on to say that after just one drink, the plaintiff alleged that she began to feel woozy and lightheaded and made her way to an empty bedroom to lie down. Soon after, Combs allegedly entered the room with a male and female celebrity. She then alleges that she was by the male celebrity as the female celebrity watched, before allegedly being by Combs as both celebrities watch. The suit goes on to allege that after the plaintiff, who now lives in Alabama, fell into a deep depression which continues to affect every facet of her life. To nobody's surprise, Diddy's lawyers denied these allegations, claiming that they never happened. They released a statement that said, Mr. Combs and his legal team have full confidence in the facts, their legal defenses, and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail, that Mr. Combs has never SA'd anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. This case was a hot mess, and it raised a lot of questions about what a 13-year-old was even doing at the VMAs without parental supervision in the first place. But nevertheless, fans couldn't help but wonder who Diddy's friend was. Well, it looks like Jane Doe is now ready to spill the tea because she and her lawyer, Tony Busby, just updated the court documents to reveal that Jay-Z was the celebrity in question. And given the rumors about how shady Jay-Z is and the shady things he has been accused of over the years, let's just say that fans are not surprised. According to the updated lawsuit, defendant Sean Combs, along with his longtime friend and collaborator, Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, a 13-year-old girl at an after party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns SAing the minor. Many others were present at the after party but did nothing to stop the SA. Combs has been allowed for years to conduct himself in this matter without any consequences. He believes that he is above the law. He is not. His close friend Sean Carter has been with Combs during many such instances described herein. Both perpetrators must face justice. The lawsuit also said defendant Sean Carter is a male who, on information and belief, maintains residences in both New York and Los Angeles. Defendant Carter is more commonly known by his industry name of Jay-Z. Carter was identified in plaintiff's original complaint as Celebrity A. Prior to the filing of this amended complaint, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting a mediation to resolve this matter. It continued, upon present information and belief, Jay-Z responded to said letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, but by also orchestrating a conspiracy of and intimidation against plaintiff's lawyers, their families, employees, and former associates in an attempt to silence plaintiff from naming Jay-Z herein. This effort was meant to scare plaintiff and to discredit her counsel. That effort failed. Indeed, plaintiff chose to file this amendment as a result of the egregious conduct perpetrated by Carter. What this basically means is that the alleged victim and her lawyer gave Jay-Z an option to settle out of court in exchange for not naming him in the legal documents or exposing him. Now, this might seem shady to a lot of people, but it's actually more common than you might think. The lawsuit is a civil lawsuit, which means that it's either going to be a financial payout or it gets settled out in court. Anywho, a few minutes after the lawsuit was updated, Roc Nation released a statement from Jay-Z where he accused the victim and the lawyer of extortion and blackmail, claiming that they're just after a payday and insisting that he's innocent. The statement said, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt, called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. He also threw shade at Tony Busby, saying, "This lawyer, who I've done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at an age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit." He concluded, "My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am." Child, Jay-Z did not come to play. However, fans have been side-eyeing him hard for a long time because of his past history of shady behavior. For one, he was best friends with R. Kelly and stood by while R. Kelly, who was in his late 20s, faked legal documents to marry Aaliyah when she was just a minor, and Jay-Z did nothing about that. He didn't distance himself from R. Kelly, and he even went on not one but two tours with him and even referred to him as a bro. He only started to distance himself from R. Kelly after he was exposed as a PDF file, but he couldn't be bothered to criticize his former friend. But that's not all. Jay-Z's relationship with Beyonce has often come under a lot of scrutiny. There are rumors that he actually got with her when she was a minor, and he was in his late 20s, 16 and 28 to be specific. Now, both of them have always denied this, like in an interview where Beyonce said, "I was 18 when we first met, 19 when we first started dating. There was no rush. No one expected me to run off and get married. I really don't believe that you will love the same when you're 20 as you do at 30. In a 2007 interview, Jay-Z mentioned that he first met Beyonce 10 years ago, which puts the timeline in 1997 when Beyonce would have been 15 or 16.
They mention Sony when they talk about where you might go.
I mean, that's obvious because Beyonce has a deal there. I know her. So, but
How long have you known her?
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
However long she's been recording. That's when I met her.
Well, don't you remember how long it was?
Yeah, when I met her, I mean,
Was it 5 years ago? Was it?
I met her 10 years ago. But
Did you say to yourself at that time, "Wow"?
that's a fantastic talent.
Was that what you said?
Yeah.
You saw talent before you saw anything
Yeah, because
else.
she was singing like a rapper. It was the first song with Wyclef, and she was singing really fast, and I was like, why is she singing so fast? And how is she? And then she was on key and everything. I was like, oh, that's a talented person.
Yeah. Back to Sony. You said
There have been so many allegations of how Jay-Z Beyonce, and he has even been caught bragging about it. For example, in the song Young Girl, he bragged about how he had a 19-year-old girl under his control, talking about how he manipulated and controlled every single aspect of her life. He said, "Hove got a young girl, Hove got a young girl, still not quite 21, so high-strung, such a vibrant thing. I introduced myself, hi Miss Thing, you're 19, so you're lightning in a bottle. I give you a ring tomorrow." The scene that follows screams of horror, classic Stephen King novel. Mama don't think you should date someone so advanced in romance, you should just wait. Papa don't preach, Hove don't bite. Hove been through it, I might mold your life. Plus, I'ma show you right, proper etiquette, how to hold your knife, keep it competitive with Oprah's ice. Be like Janet, take control of your life. People immediately made the connection with Beyonce because she claimed that she was 19 when they got together. Don't even get me started on the allegations that he used to have a thing with Foxy Brown when she was just 15 or 16. There have been rumors of him allegedly being something of a sugar daddy for her, buying her lavish gifts in exchange for intimate favors, if you know what I mean. There are even rumors that he allegedly gave her an STD in the process. When you add this weird relationship with known creeps like Diddy and R. Kelly with his documented love for young girls, well, let's just say that it paints a shady picture. Fans left comments saying, Jay-Z, who dated Aaliyah, who was the age of 15 or 17 back then, mind you, and him being 26 plus, then started dating Beyonce when she was 17 to 19, and y'all think he didn't SA a 13-year-old girl? Mind you, his closest friends to this day were R. Kelly and Diddy. Don't piss me off. Yo, this is crazy because Jay-Z never replies to anything, and he replied to this ish in like 1 minute with a public statement. That ninja guilty. Jay-Z calling himself a young man at 55 is something. And that message Jay-Z posted was condescending, narcissistic, and used victim blaming and gaslighting rhetoric, and he never not once said he didn't do it. I hope he goes down bad. This is a hot mess, but we're going to watch and see how it all plays out. In the meantime, I want to know how you all feel about this. So drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.